the other one that I didn't talk about was the karmic soulmate. So those are the ones that you've got some stuff to work out with. Those are ones that in past lifetimes, there's definitely been some issues that did not get, sorted out. Karma got incurred. And so now then you're working on that with these people. And, it doesn't mean that you did something bad to them. It just means that there was something that needed to be worked out. Something that just did not get resolved, still needs to be worked through in order for your soul's growth. Okay. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jenn. All right. So today we're going to be using the Sacred Spirit reading cards, which is an oracle, and then the Gilded Tarot by Barbara Moore. We'll pull one card from the oracle to get a message for your spiritual path. And then we'll pull 3 cards from the tarot that will give us a progression and a little snapshot of where you're at right now to see where you've been and where you're headed, to see if there needs to be any course corrections that need to be made right now. All right, and as I am shuffling, I'm going to set some intentions. The first intention is that anyone who comes across this reading, there is a message in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear the messages in this reading will find it at the exact right time that you need it the most. I set the intention that all the messages that come out will be for our highest good. So even if it seems like it's a negative message, it's still intended for our highest good. I set the intention that I will be given very clear words, phrases, everything needed in order to communicate as clearly and as effectively as possible. All right. Okay. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and thank you for joining me. If you are returning, welcome back, and I really appreciate your support. If you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. I do about 4 to 5 readings a week. I do the zodiacs, twin flame, ancestor message, angel messages, spiritual path. So I do a lot of different things. So just check back and see what else I have going on. But if you subscribe, you can hit the bell for notifications. And so as soon as I post new videos, you will find out immediately. All right. And we will be going in deeper with the extended afterwards. So I'll link that down in the description box for anyone that would like to follow along with me. All right. So deep breath. All right. What does Pisces need to know right now for their spiritual path? Pisces spiritual path right now. Eternal union. New love is forming. Okay. So some new love is coming in. All right. Let's pull some cards from the tarot. Deep breath. Past, present, future, Pisces. Past, present, future, Pisces. Past. Got the 8 of Swords. Present. The Hermit, which is the Virgo card. And we just had the Virgo new moon. That was yesterday. Future, the 7th, March 7th. 2 of Cups, which goes along with what we're seeing right here. So I'm just going to, just right here, the first thing I see is that you've been telling yourself some stories about what you think is happening, and you're not right. You're not necessarily right. And this is some guidance coming in, some inner reflection going on, just trying to see what it is you actually want. And then the Two of Cups is about soulmates. It's a romantic connection. It is, but it's a choice, coming in. All right. So I would just say I am a Pisces with you guys. My birthday is the 11th. So happy birthday to all my fellow Pisceans out here. I would love to know who's my birthday buddies down in the comments. Where's my book? All right. So we've got number 15, Eternal Union. All right. Is this a twin flame message? It's feeling like it. All right. New love is forming. Strengthen your relationships. In a lifetime, we are destined to meet many members of our soul group and soul family. Many of them enter through life as a soulmate, fated to teach us lessons about unconditional love and ourselves. A soulmate can be a friend, family member, work colleague, partner, neighbor, or somebody that you strongly disagree with, clashing with every time you are around each other, which is more of the karmic type of soulmate. When a soulmate enters your life, they offer your soul support, guidance, and growth, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You may feel you have known them forever, or you may be instantaneously comfortable in their presence. Dependent upon what your soul needs, a soulmate may be a brief encounter, or this relationship could last a lifetime. Acting as a catalyst for growth, these souls are here to teach you something new. Currently, meeting new people will bring great conversations. Interesting people will enter your life now to teach you something valuable about yourself, your intentions, or passions in life. Social gatherings and casual meetups will create opportunities for meaningful connections. Right now, you are being encouraged to actively listen to others. For those you despise or see as enemies, view these people as possible soul connections. They are there to teach you life lessons and challenge your structured belief systems. This new understanding will deepen the love you have for others, including new and existing partnerships, opening doors for an expression of eternal union. This living expression of love will influence romantic connections, including marriage with long-term commitments possible now. The expression of eternal union between two souls will bring new levels of love on an emotional, physical, and mental and spiritual connection. True love is limitless. So the shadow aspect of this card is introversion, restlessness, and disenfranchised. The angel assistance is Archangel Haniel, attracting meaningful relationships. Affirmation, I am a living and loving expression of the eternal union. I am blessed. Okay. So everything that was coming for that was just really talking about the different types of soul groups that are out there. I'm not sure, what knowledge you have at this point. So I'm just going to share it just as though you don't know anything. Okay. So, when we talk about, because I think we've all heard of the soulmate. Well, we have lots of types of soulmates in our life. So, your family members could be soulmates, and your friends, work people, all that it was saying. It's more than just a romantic connection, but we have romanticized the whole soulmate idea. But it's not necessarily a romantic thing. In fact, a lot of times it's not. It has a purpose. It has, there are lessons to be learned that you're working out certain karmic issues with this other person. And so if you do believe in, living multiple lifetimes, then you can see these soul groups as people who, they spend lifetimes together working out different issues, working out their different karmic issues. And so in one lifetime, you could be husband and wife. In the next lifetime, you could be a parent-child. or siblings or, enemies. You don't really know. It just depends on what the karma is that you're coming to work out. So we have people that are part of our soul family. Those are the ones that are helping. They come in at various parts in our life to help push us forward in our mission, and we're helping them. And this is all on a subconscious level. I mean, it's not like you sit there and say, I'm helping you with your mission, or I'm doing this to help, teach you this lesson. It's not done like that. It's just done in the natural way that relationships progress. And so you've got those kinds of soulmates. Then you have the romantic soulmates. And I do believe that we have multiple of them. So I think this idea that there's only one person, for us doesn't even make sense, especially if you believe that you've lived multiple lifetimes. That really doesn't make sense, that there would only be one person that is meant for you. But for soulmates, you can have several people could line up to match very well and be a very good, positive match for you. And then you have the twin flame, and that is just a completely different type of soul connection. So these basically, they are the same soul that has split out into two different individuals, in the same lifetime. So it's not really, it feels complicated, but it's really not. If you can believe in the multiple lifetime thing, then you can see that your soul, your main soul up here, right? I'm going to draw this on paper. See if we can get some visual on this. All right, so you've got your soul. Your soul right here, and then you've got all of your different lifetimes coming out from it. Okay, so I mean, this might be the lifetime that you're on right here, but these are all the other possibilities that you might have already lived. Well, if you're in a twin flame, then one of these lifetimes comes out like this. So it's the one soul coming out and is splitting into two different people. And so that's usually the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And while we all have both in us, there's going to be, one is way more predominantly masculine, one is more feminine. One is going to be way more in the spiritual, one is going to be way more in the material, the earthly realm. So there's dualities in them. Their personalities will be similar, but they're going to mirror each other. And another thing that I also want to say is that a lot of people get it mixed up that you're incomplete. If you are a twin flame, you are an incomplete soul. That is not true. You are just as much a solid soul as any one of these lines. It's just that right here in this one lifetime, you've got two experiences happening at once. And so this is how come the twin flames can be so connected to each other, to where they can feel what's going on with the other person, even if they're not speaking, even when they're in separation. They can know what's going on with that other person. They can feel the emotions. They can, if you are walking through and you are feeling just a depression that seems like it's coming out of nowhere, it might be what your counterpart is out here doing. It might be something related to that. This is why they have the telepathy. This is why they can connect, telepathically and be able to communicate through, just thoughts and music and just all of these nonverbal ways. The synchronicities that show up, when you're talking about the twin flames, they're just an extremely connected. I mean, because it's the same original soul. And then if we brought this out bigger, the soul family is an even bigger circle that this pops out of. And so that's where your other soulmates come from, is from the bigger expressions of the soul. And like, if you really take it all the way back, it all goes back to the original creator source of all things. You know, that's where it all kind of funnels back into, and it just keeps branching out. So really the way that you look at it is it started with the creator, God, source, universe, whatever you call that. It starts with him. It starts there, because that's where everything that exists comes from. And then every shootout from there is an expression of God that he wanted to exist. And, you know, it just comes all the way down to you. And so, like, you've got that, and then it breaks into soul groups, and then, you know, soul family, soul, and you can see where it kind of just keeps going on now until it gets to where you are right now. So that's what I'm seeing, is just the reminder of how very connected we are. And so when we say that everyone is connected, that's really what I'm talking about right there, is because really, like, you can break it all back down. If you keep going back up the levels, you are breaking it all to the creator, the source of all things. If everything stemmed from way up here, if everything stems from here, if we all originated from here, then we are all connected by the same thread up here. That's what it means to be in eternal union with all of these things. Whether or not you like the way they're showing up in your life or not, that connection is there. And they are here in your life for a reason. And so the other one that I didn't talk about was the karmic soulmate. So those are the ones that you've got some stuff to work out with. Those are ones that in past lifetimes, there's definitely been some issues that did not get, sorted out. Karma got incurred. And so now then you're working on that with these people. And, it doesn't mean that you did something bad to them. It just means that there was something that needed to be worked out. Something that just did not get resolved, still needs to be worked through in order for your soul's growth. Okay. And so that's what the karmics are really in your life for, is to really, they accelerate that soul growth probably more than any of the soulmates out there. In fact, if you just go for just a straight soulmate, if you want a boring life, you just get a straight soulmate. They will keep you comfortable because they will understand you and they will, be everything for you. But if you were meant to grow, if you were meant to be a healer, if you were meant to really be leading in any kind of way, then you're dealing with karmics, because those karmics are helping to teach you the lessons. And it's through the lessons that you're able to learn and grow and evolve that gives you the knowledge to be able to take that to other people. And so while karmics get a very bad reputation because it's not a fun relationship, we can still appreciate what they are doing in our lives. We can still just see the value that they do have, because as soon as we learn the lesson, we can be done with, and move forward. And what I think is so funny when you start thinking about this kind of stuff to this level, is that some of these people that we have just the hardest times with on this earthly realm, that I know that once we get to the other side, once we cross back over to that other side, we're all going to know, we're all going to see it for what it was at that point. We're all going to know that, the intentions weren't ever anything, truly bad or negative towards us. It was about, clearing this karma, working through this. You're going to see it. You're going to understand it. And so, I've even had thoughts about certain situations in my life, I will struggle so much about what do I need to do? How do I need to approach this situation? I don't want to hurt this person. I don't want, the misunderstanding. I don't want all of that. What I remind myself is on the other side, the understanding is completely there. They know what's going on. Once I get to that other side, once they get to that other side, it doesn't matter what happened right here. They know. They know what we were doing. We will remember what we were doing. Right here, we've got that veil of forgetfulness over us. The minute that we entered this planet, we were brought into the veil of forgetfulness. So no, we don't remember right now. that's what we said we were going to do. But on the other side, when all is said and done, when the worst of the worst happens, because, we all know that the worst thing that could happen to us is to die, right? Well, when that happens, when we get to that other side, we're going to understand it. We're going to see. They're going to have the understanding too. There's not going to be the anger. There's not going to be the frustrations and all of that you deal with here on the earthly realm. All right. So moving with the rest of the reading. So I really think that this is really about relationships. This whole reading is about relationships, all the different kinds of relationships that have been in your life so far. And you felt very blinded to all of it. Just not seeing it for what it really was. Putting too much into one person and not enough into another. It's just like I have a bad tendency of putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm not good at having a bunch of friends. I'm good at only having like one friend at a time. And I have learned that this is because of my autism. But that's how I have been doing it. I am a lot. I'm a lot. But I mean, I'm not a lot for the right people. I know that. But, I give so much in my friendships that I don't really have any more energy to spread out to other people. That's why I focus usually on one person. The problem is that usually those people can't handle that level of attention that I give. And that's where I lose friends. And so if you only have one friend, because you put all your eggs in one basket, and they get tired of you, sorry, then you're starting all over again. So it's a need to look at everything for what it really is. And stop telling yourself stories about what you think is happening. I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. I debated on doing a reading today. I knew that I was already in an emotional place. But I've committed myself to doing this, so I'm going to finish it. Sorry, but as I said, I am Pisces too, so I know this message is really speaking to me. And of course, it's hitting. So maybe you're getting something. Anyways, so we have this need to remove the blindfolds and see things for how they really are. See the way that you're showing up. See the ways that you can change the things that you can, accept the things that you can't, and understand that really, like I said, all the relationships, they all have a purpose about growing you spiritually. And you can be thankful for even the hard relationships and knowing that on the other side, all of your intentions will be understood, even if they're not. Even if they're not right now. Okay. So, removing the blindfold and some deep self-reflection. And so then we're moving to the Two of Cups. So that is a positive movement. Let me see what it says in here for Two of Cups. And I am, again, really, really sorry. Whew. Who knew that these cards could really trigger you in kinds of ways? Whew, okay. A blonde woman and a brunette man join under the shadowy light of the moon. Their union creates a unique energy that is mystical and beautiful, just as the high priestess joins the poetic music of the heavenly bodies with the scientific charting of astronomy. The blonde female and the brunette male unify opposing qualities. Sounds very much like a twin flame. The result is as magical and intriguing as the high priestess. You are faced with the opportunity to partner with someone, whether it is romantic or a business venture. Whichever it is, the potential for creating something very special is there. Honor the gift of the moment and enjoy it. Be aware of unrealized potential. If all the elements of a strong partnership are in place but no forward movement is made, the moment may be lost. Enjoy the magic of the moment, but do not let it enslave you. So I'm going to ask the question, what do we need to do to bring in this new relationship? What do we need to do right now to bring in the new relationship? Because that would be nice. All right, so we've got the Page of Wands, which is about renewed joy and inspiration and enthusiasm. The Seven of Cups is about just knowing that you have options. You've got lots of options out there and being aware of it. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Let me read this one because I know this one is about your harvest coming in. The Nine of Pentacles. An accomplished woman stands by her gazebo surrounded by plentiful pentacles. She has a right to be proud because she has achieved this luxurious lifestyle on her own. Her falcon indicates dedication, determination, and skill. She worked hard to train her companion, and those same skills helped her create her wonderful life. Like the hermit, she has chosen a life alone, which she does not seem to mind at all. You have accomplished much that makes you proud. You have created a life that you enjoy and that satisfies you. In spite of your choices, you do not feel lonely. Be aware that you may have been happy and not lonely, but there may be a time when that changes. Don't be afraid to change your lifestyle and find someone special to share it with. So that's really, I think it's just not being so comfortable in the loneliness and in the doing it all by yourself. One of the things that I read with this as the shadow part of that was the introversion. And so I am an introvert as well. And so it is really hard for me to make friends because, I mean, I've really got to put myself out in so many ways. Like just me getting out of bed, I'm already out of my comfort zone. And so like these people who said, get out of your comfort zone, like I'm out of my comfort zone the minute I open my eyes all day, every day. So that's not helpful. That's not helpful advice to me to tell me that because I'm already out of my comfort zone. I'm not quite sure, but it is, you've got to put yourself out there. You're definitely not going to find them if you're just sitting at home. You've got to be out, I think one big thing for me was where I was a stay-at-home mom for so long. I was a stay-at-home mom for 14 years. I wasn't around people. I wasn't creating any relationships outside of, that with my children. And they weren't equal relationships. And I think that that's the piece that's missing so much in my life right now is just that I'm needing the equal. I'm needing someone who is going to meet me where I'm at, where I'm not having to, come here, where they're rising to me, or that I'm not having to stretch too far up here, like that they're equal, literally equal. They want the same thing. We are equally able to give, and to receive. I want equality. The the balance and the give and take. So I have my own moments where it's like, I've already done so much on my own. What do I need anybody else for? I have my own moments of just really I can't depend on anybody but myself, so I'll do it, that kind of thing. And I just see that message as, yes, you can. You can do it on your own, but you're not supposed to. Like, we have all of these soul connections for a reason. They're supposed to be helping you progress in this life. And so I really think that let's take some time. Let's really take that time for the self-reflection to see what piece each person is playing for you, and have gratitude no matter what you find, where you find them to be in your life. Have gratitude, just knowing that they are here for a purpose. Have gratitude knowing that, even the hard struggles were building something in you that you did need. And that, again, when you get to the other side, it's all going to be understood. The things that you're so confused about right now, you're going to understand it. The clarity is there. The things that you're afraid of that they're not going to understand about you, they will. They will. It all works out. It works out. All right, so I'm going to stop this reading here, but we are going to go forward in the extended. I'm going to pull this reading out to the 9-card reading. I'm going to get some information about, the potential relationship. I want to see where else this is going. Right now I see Virgo, and that is the only sign that has come out so far. So we'll look a little bit more into Virgo. But if this is your reading and I haven't scared you off with my emotions, then grab that link down in the description box and continue with me. I have Jenn's 333 Collective. That is a subscription that gets you access to all of the extendeds as soon as I post them. So it's a monthly subscription. You can cancel it anytime you want. And so that's one option for you, or you can just purchase just the one extended. And then I also have a link if you want to book a personal reading with me too. So I have a lot of things going on down there. Just check it out in the description box. And if you want to keep going with me, just grab that link and let's keep going. All right. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and share it with anybody that you think might find it helpful. All right. I'll see you guys later.